Welcome to part 3, Understanding FTP. What is FTP? File Transfer Protocol is, as the name suggests, a protocol used to allow remote transfer of files over a network. How does FTP work? A typical FTP session operates using two channels, a command channel and a data channel. As their name implies, the command channels is used for transmitting commands as well as replies to those commands, while the data channel is used for transferring data. Active versus passive. FTP server may support either active or passive connections or both. In an active FTP connection, the client opens a port and listens. In a passive FTP connection, the server opens a port and listens. Questions? What communications model does FTP use? Questions. First answer is found in the article above. It uses a client-server model. Task 9, enumerating FTP. We've already completed several of these. The enumeration section, which we'll be using Nmap, which by now I hope you've become a little more familiar with. You can read through the article, the method. Using any tool, you can always use the tool and the help command if you're unsure, or type in the man command or the man pages of the tool. The method, we're going to be exploiting an anonymous FTP login. We're going to pop a shell on the system. Resources, we're going to be logging into an FTP server to make sure the FTP client is installed on the system. You can test if there is one by typing FTP into the console. If you brought to a prompt that says FTP, it is installed. Go ahead and start your machine, clicking on the Start Machine button, and if you're using a attack box, start your attack box now. I'm going to begin with my Nmap Scan. I'm going to run with switch capital A using verbosity, my IP address, and I'm going to save my output in a normal format into a file I'm calling agg_scan. I'm going to type in capital T4 for timing, which is pretty fast. The results from our Nmap scan shows that FTP on port 21 is open, and it says anonymous FTP login allowed. I'm going over to a separate terminal. I've got 4 terminals open again. I'm going to type in FTP, my IP address. When it asks for the username, I'm going to type in anonymous. For the password, I'm just hitting enter. There is no password, and I'm logged in. If I type ls, you can see there's a public notice.txt. I'm using the get command to get or download this .text file. It's downloaded. I'm going into a separate new terminal again. I'm typing ls. There you can see the public notice.txt file has been downloaded, and if I want to view it, I cat the public notice.txt, and it's a message. Hello, I hope everyone is blah 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 blah. Cheers, Mike. Task 10, exploiting FTP. Let's try and brute force the password of the FTP server. We'll use a tool called Hydra, very fast online password cracking tool which can perform rapid dictionary attacks. The syntax or the command is Hydra-T4 etc. as per given to us. So in a new separate terminal, I'm going to type out the command that we were given, Hydra-T number 4 -L, the name Mike capital P, and then user share word lists. This is leading to the rocku.txt file. I'm going to use a hyphen small v capital V, my IP address, space FTP. Hit enter, let that run. Hydra's discovered Mike's password, which is password. I'm going to exit out of this FTP session by typing in bar. I'm going to log in again with FTP and try and log in as Mike using the password we've just discovered. So if I type FTP, my IP address, I'm going to type in Mike. The password I'm going to type in is password, and it says we logged in. Let me move this out the way a bit. If I hit ls or I type in ls, there we can see we have a FTP and a ftp.txt file. So let's get the ftp.txt file. So I'm going to get ftp.txt. Says I've got it. I'm going to go back to a separate terminal. I'm going to type ls. See that we've got the ftp.txt file downloaded. You can see now to view it, we use the cat command again, and there's your flag. THM, you got the FTP flag. If you've been following along, you should be able to answer all the remaining questions in tasks 9 and 10.